Hi everyone, welcome to another session of yoga, this time working on our love and creativity part, so sort of around the sacral area, the hips and the lower back. So I'll get you to take your comfy seat, place your palms facing down on your knees. Remember to do your 3 deep breaths in through the nose, reaching the belly first, middle chest last, top of the lungs last I should say, and then let your shoulders relax and each exhale. Nice deep belly breaths in your own time, and the longer the exhale the better. You'll just feel your body reaching where you are now, your mind and body being in the same place. Remembering to fill the belly first and the lungs last. And on the exhale, lungs first, belly last. Just being aware of where your body is, how it feels. It's a good way to look at the end of practice and notice the comparison. Bring your palms together at heart center. You can set yourself an intention for the class or for your day. Just something simple, just the first thing that comes to mind. It could be completing a pose or just remaining happy for the day. Rub those palms together, create some energy. Really feel that heat and that energy building as you rub the palms together. Cup your eyes, and with your eyes open, just with your eyeballs, do some clockwise circles. Nice and slow. Follow the breath and the eyeballs in the one direction. And change direction to anti-clockwise. Look up, look down, look left, look right. Move your hands with that energy up over the top of your head, down the back of the head, neck, shoulders, arms, torso and legs. And welcome to practice. We'll start with the bottoms of our feet facing each other, so in our bound angle, just interlace your fingers around your feet and let your knees slowly sink towards the mat. You can just do some gentle butterfly pumps here. We're just opening up the hips. Just do the movements that feel right for you. So the closer you can get your feet towards your crotch area, the more comfortable it might be. You can place a block underneath your tailbone if that helps. Tilt the pelvis forward. You can always use your elbows to push the thighs out as well. So we're trying to get those legs, those hamstrings, the inner groin to open up. You feel how tight those tendons are. We're just trying to release those. If you have a block, remove that. Just gently rock side to side. Flap the wings, your knees. We'll just take our left foot out nice and wide and tuck the right foot into your inner thigh of your left leg. Take a deep breath in and then just slowly fold forward. We're just warming up, so don't expect too much at this point. And find that comfortable spot for you to create that fold. And we're folding forward at the hips, we're not hinging the shoulders forward. You'll feel that stretch in the lower back, upper butt. And rock side to side, just feel what works for you. Pushing yourself back to upright and walk your hands over to your left toes. Grab your first two fingers and thumb and hold your big toe. And with your right arm, reach up over your head. So you're creating a nice straight line between leg, torso and arms. Trying not to fall forward. You can release that and come back to your forward fold. Just letting everything go. Come back to holding the big toe. And this time face the foot so you can have your belly facing the leg. Facing the same direction as your foot. And now twist the body around and lift that right arm up over your head. Come back to center and we'll swap sides. So right leg out, left foot tucked into the thigh. Take a nice, strong, deep breath in. Shoulders relax and then just hinge forward at the hips. So we're just slowly releasing at the moment. We're not doing anything too strenuous. If you can, pull those right toes towards you as well. Just letting go. Try not to hold the tension, just feel it and relax, release it. Walk the hands over towards your right toes. Again, with your first two fingers and your thumb, hold your big toe. With your left arm, reaching up over your head. So again, keeping your body in line, your torso in line with your leg. So not facing your foot with your torso, you're actually side on to it. Release that and come back to your forward fold, hands on the ground. Remembering to keep your right foot engaged. Walk the hands over to the right foot again. Grabbing the big toe with the two fingers and thumb. And this time facing the same direction as your legs. So your torso is actually facing your feet, not side on. Now we can turn to side on and lift that left arm up over your head. Create that really deep stretch. You should feel that right down the left-hand side, into the hip, into the lower back. Nice and deep stretch. Release the left leg, so you're coming into a wide leg seat. Deep breath in, and then just walk your hands forward, engaging your toes so that they're pulled in towards you. And just let your body fall forward to wherever's comfortable. Could feel it in the hamstrings, in the groin. It's a really quite a strong stretch. But if you let go, if you're not hanging on to this tension, you might find it works a lot easier for you. Walking the hands back to sitting. Spin the legs around underneath you and come up onto your knees. So facing the top edge of your mat, come into child's pose. So wide legs, so knees can go out to the long sides of the mat, toes meeting in the middle, arms stretched out in front or down by your side, and head rested on the mat. You can use a block if you need to put your head on the block. Just letting go, releasing the back, releasing the hips into a bit of a restorative pose. Well, with those hands, we'll walk them over to the left so that you feel that stretch all down the right side of your arms, your back, into your hips. So it's a nice relaxed child's pose, but walking over to the left so that you feel the stretch. How does that feel for you? We'll walk the hands back to center and then take them over to the right hand side. Again, this time you'll feel a stretch down the left hand side of your arms, your back, your side, all the way down into the hips. Just notice how that feels. Notice where you feel it. Not everyone's the same. Come back to center and we'll come up onto our knees and our elbows. So palms flat on the mat. We're coming into a puppy pose. So it's like a mini version of a downward dog. Keeping your arms on the mat and your thighs nice and straight. So you're creating that deep stretch from fingertips to butt. Head resting on the mat or on a block, whatever works for you. Come up onto all fours into tabletop. So wrists directly under the shoulders. We'll take a deep breath in, lift the right arm up, and then thread that through underneath your left arm as an exhale. So inhale, take it up, exhale, thread it through the arm. Inhale, up, exhale, thread the needle. Then come back to central. We'll do the left side. So left arm up, inhale, exhale, thread the needle. Inhale, up, exhale, through, thread the arm, left arm through. Inhale and exhale. And release. Lower our body down onto the mat, so face first. Hands, palms directly underneath the shoulders and the elbows tucked in. Feet nice and close together, engaging the legs, the buttocks. And we're just going to roll our back up. So trying not to lift your neck too much. We're just lifting the chest up into a cobra. And we're using our back muscles, not necessarily our hands here. Just notice how that feels. Just gentle movements. So inhale as you come up. And exhale as you go back down. This time we'll place our arms underneath, our hands underneath our head into crocodile pose. So elbows bent at the head, head resting on the hands that have met in the middle. It's possibly the easiest pose. Well, maybe not, depending on shoulders. Resting the head here. Still engaging the legs and buttocks and back. And notice your breath here. Always remember to breathe. So from crocodile, we'll come into deer pose, I think this is. So leaving those hands underneath your head, lift your right leg up at a right angle and keep your knee on the ground. Keeping the shoulders back and relaxed. And just notice how that is opening up the hips. I know it's a gentle pose. You can always place a block or a bolster underneath that knee if you need to lift it up a bit. But just notice how that's opening up the hip, the back. Then we'll swap sides. So take the right leg back and then lift the left leg up and out at a right angle. Head resting on the hands. It's a nice gentle stretch, a really positive feeling being supported by your mat. Remember to breathe. Take the leg back. And we'll roll over onto our backs. Stretch your arms up above your head, creating a nice, strong, deep stretch. And you can grab each wrist and do each arm, each side of your body. Point the toes, flex the toes. Just making yourself feel generally taller. Bring your knees in close to your butt, so bending the knees, feet flat on the mat. And we want to wrap the right knee over right knee over the left and try and tuck the feet. So we're coming into a reclined eagle pose. With the arms, place the right elbow underneath the left. Or you can just leave them out flat onto the mat. Take the knees over to the right hand side. You can bring your arms together. If you can stay with eagle arms, that's great. If not, just place your palms together over to the side. Then we'll come back to center and we'll swap sides. So this time the left knee wraps over the right knee and your foot tucks in behind the calf. And the left elbow goes underneath the right elbow until your palms touch. So wrap the hands around. If it's comfortable for you, you can keep the arms that way and take your knees over to the left hand side. If not, unravel the arms and then place the palms together so that they're facing the same direction as your knees. Just notice how this feels in the hips. Remember to breathe here as well. Release the arms, release the legs. Take the legs nice and slowly out into Shavasana. And we'll create a banana, with your arms. So keeping your back or your torso flat on the mat, you just want your legs and your hands to move, to create a bent banana shape. So you're just moving them along the ground towards your left. And just feel that stretch all down the right side there. Should be from little finger to pinky toe. Then come back to center and we'll walk our hands and legs over to the opposite side. So move them over to the right, stretching all the left side of our body. Remember to breathe here. Notice the breath, notice the stretch, notice the body. And feel all those emotions and creativity flowing from the hips, releasing them. And now we can just let go into Shavasana. So legs, just flop them, your feet flop out to the side. Relax your shoulders into the mat, palms facing up. You can place a bolster under your knees, pillow under your head, a blanket over your body. We'll just be here for a couple of minutes, completely letting go. Might be a little bit of silence, but that's okay. If your mind wanders, just bring it back to focusing on your breath or all the sensations in your body. Do a body scan, starting from the feet, moving your way up, checking all those points that you hold tension, so the stomach, the buttocks, shoulders, jaw. Let the tongue sit on the bottom of your mouth, not on the roof. Completely letting go here. We'll start to bring awareness into our body by gently wriggling the fingers and toes. Just curl them up and stretch them out. Bend your knees and roll over onto your left-hand side, using your arm as a pillow. So a nice fetal position, knees bent, body tucked in. Just noticing how supported you feel in this fetal position. Using that right arm, push your body upright, come back to your comfortable seat, whether that's crossed legs or whatever it is for you. Resting your hands on your knees. Bring your palms together at heart center, and then we'll gently rub those palms, or fast rub those palms together, create that energy and heat. Covering the eyes, and we'll just move the hands and that energy up over the head, neck, shoulders, arms, legs. Thanks so much for joining me on another session of working on our love and creativity. See you again.